All right, students, welcome back. You've now drawn the picture that I gave you previously, the diagram. I want you to take a moment as I'm talking and doing a little further explanation. I want you to take a moment and write down any notes, anything that you feel is important that you need to remember as we make this connection and further explain what's going on with the tilt and the sunlight. Okay. Now, I've got a lamp here that represents our sun, and I have our earth. We have the tilt, so not straight up and down. And by the way, in the lab, I want you to explore what would be different about our world if the earth wasn't tilted. That will be something you'll need to explore, and I encourage you to take some time to put some good experimentation into that. All right, so we have our earth and we have our tilt. As you can see, we get a little bit of sunlight, even with the turning of the earth, so it's nighttime right now for us in Utah. It comes around, but notice where Utah is. Again, it's not as direct with that sunlight coming in. It's up here higher, where the sunlight is not as high energy. This is what the earth looks like, close to the sun, relatively close to the sun, in December. So this is that December diagram that we've drawn. For the sake of this demonstration, I can't have the earth tilt toward the sun, but the idea of the sun hitting where you can see it on the ball, that's what's most important here. Okay, we're getting low energy sunlight as it hits the earth. Okay. Now, as we look at the difference, then I'm going to move the ball back a little bit because this is what happens in July. Now, the tilt has changed, the opposite direction, and we have rotation still, but notice what happens is Utah, this X on the ball, comes into play. Now we're looking at the sunlight is a lot more direct than it was when we were in December. This is, again, July. The sun, or the earth is further from the sun, but the sunlight is much more direct. So that's an important misconception. A lot of people think, and maybe you can ask your parents, ask them, are we closer to the sun in the summer or further away from the sun in the summer? Most people think proximity to the sun is warmer weather, and that's just not true necessarily, and certainly not for us here in Utah. Okay, so we have our tilt, and again, watching that rotation, it's nighttime, we come back around to daytime, and we get good direct light rays. So high energy, warmer temperatures, and a good suntan. Okay. As you explore this situation in the lab, make sure you're working together. You're again checking for what would be different if there's no tilt. And certainly it would be interesting if the sun was not a constant light source or energy source. So we're grateful that the sun's good, and now exploring how that connects with our seasons. Okay. All right. We'll move into the rest of the day and move into the lab at this point. Thank you.